But we so often fall into this trap, do we not? Where we automatically compare ourselves to other people. Well, so-and-so, he can do this. That's not the question. The question is not, what can someone else do? The question is, what can I do? You see, what is demanded of you is that which has been given to you. How many times have you heard somebody say, oh, what I could do if I just had $1 million? I've told you this before. Do you know what you would do if you had $1 million? I can tell you. You would do exactly what you would do with $100 that you do have. Unto whom much is given, much is required. Right? You are faithful with the big things in the same way you are faithful with the small things. So the question should never be, what am I going to do with what I don't have? But what am I going to do with what I do have? That is the distinction. I heard this story one time, and I think it will illustrate it well. A mom and a dad were told they were expecting to have their first baby. And after they went to their first doctor appointment, they found out they were having twins. And at the time of the delivery, they were going through the motions that we've all been through and gone through before. And first baby came out healthy, smiling and crying with a full head of hair, 10 fingers and 10 toes, just a perfect little baby. And Mama kept pushing, and baby number 2 came out just a couple of minutes later. They looked very much alike, but you could tell the second baby had severe back brain damage for whatever reason. And the doctors told them that he would never develop like his twin brother, who would grow up with a normal life. He would be slow and struggle as long as he lived. There would be no fix, there would be no cure, there would be no remedy. That's just the difference between the two. And years went by until that first child grew up just like any other child, graduated high school, and he was accepted into an Ivy League college. And after his second year of college, about 20 years old, he came home and said, Dad, I am well on my way. You'd be so proud of me. At this Ivy League school, I made the dean's list. I've got straight A's. They're going to keep renewing my scholarships, and I think I'm going to graduate with honors. And that dad said, I am so proud of you. You've worked so hard and you have done so well, and I think you have just outshined everyone. Well done. And about that time, he felt something pulling on his shoe. And he looked down, and he saw that same 20-year-old twin that they have raised ever since he was a baby. And he was working so hard at learning to tie his father's shoes. And he finally did it. And he said, Daddy, look! Daddy, look! I was able to tie your shoes! What do you think that father did? Did he look down and say, stop talking for a minute, I'm talking to the son in college? No. He stood up and he got down on his knees and he hugged that little boy. And he said, I am so proud of you. Mommy, come here and look. Our boy, he's able to tie my shoes. You've done exactly what you needed to do. We need to stop judging ourselves by what other people do. And we should be judging ourselves based on what we and we alone can do. That's what Mary was doing here. You in your Christian walk are not going to be compared to Billy Graham or Charles Spurgeon or Adrian Rogers. Unto whom much is given, much will be required. And what you have been given is required of you. For Mary, it was a modest work.